And we are back again. Please leave that bit in, mate. Leave the bit you see.
I did last time. I did
Dickheads.
last time.
Once again, guys, welcome to the podcast, the weekly show. I don't know what them two Mels have just been doing. I might just be really showing my age here with you. I don't know what you two are doing.
Trying to sync the mics.
We're all the same age, so I don't know why I'm like the older one here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I time chronology older than you both? I think I am.
I'm 20. I'm October 88.
Oh, so Ted's the eldest.
Yeah.
He's still clapping at your microphone.
How old are you?
I am 35.
He's 2 months older than me.
I'm already 35.
But he's 35 now. He's 36 in October.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was miles away then. I just have a fancy light, bro.
Yeah. So he.
Can I have a bag of eyebrow, please?
Bag of eyebrow, please. Can I confirm? GHDs. Anyway, we carry on. Are you, mate? You okay?
I'm fucking lost.
I've got an itch on my leg and it's pissing me off. It's like I've been bit or something. Anyway, you lost.
Fucking you two rambling on about some bollocks. You've done this a couple of times because we've been on chat. We've been talking for a little while. And you've done like.
There was the Sidemen released their own version of like Big Brother or Locked In. If you watch Locked In on the Foot Asylum or you watch Big Brother, they've done their own version with content creators.
I watched Big Brother, but I didn't watch Locked In because I'm not a child and watch content creators other than us.
What do you do? What do you do for like to watch TV then?
Watch TV.
What, you actually watch programs?
Yes.
You old cunt.
I've said this before. I have said this before. We talked about it a few weeks back. I don't really get, and I think it's because of I've never really done it. I don't get the whole content creators, the hype, especially in the UK right now. There is certain people I watch, but like I know you watch like Sidemen, and Angry Jins is probably the only one I watch now, and barely watch him.
Angry Jins, Steven Tries, Pie.
No, mate. I literally couldn't think of nothing worse than watching Pie Face. He was in Big Brother House and I hated him then.
Oh, no, he's mint Pie Face. He's sick. He's lost so much weight as well. It's unreal.
I've seen him on a few other things, but I just don't like him. I don't like him. But like the Pauls, I don't do anything like that. I don't do KSI. I can't stand anything like that, mate.
Right, well, I'll save what I was going to say. So, yeah. Yeah, so it was a series that Sidemen did. A bunch of content creators in a house. They did challenges and stuff. And there was one guy called Castillo. Never seen him in my life. Don't know who he is. I think he's a singer or a rapper or something. And he just kept going. They win £1 million. However, you buy things or you do challenges, you lose money. So if you buy something from the shop, it takes money off the actual full fund. So you've got to try and work as a team. So at the end, it's the most money you can do. The guy was just going to shop and ordering Fanta Light, which was $6,000. Yeah, just kept going, I'll have a Fanta Light, brev. But
what he was doing is, John, he was going back to the shop. He was going back to them saying they hadn't spent anything. And he'd like sneak into the women's toilets and like put the trans in the women's bags and like to hide that he was spending anything.
It's fucking awful.
So now I know why Angry James is shouting at his stream now when he's watching this video.
Yeah. That's why, because of him.
I don't watch his stream. I watch him on TikTok.
He told everyone. This Castillo told everyone he didn't take the temptation of eating Chinese, which cost him $30,000. Didn't do this. Didn't do that. He spent the most money.
100. Out of everything. So John, someone left a can of Spam in his bed, right? And he lost his head that much. He went down to so it was £100 a minute.
£500 a minute.
£500 a minute for a hot shower. So he went and sat downstairs in a mood, had the hot shower on, not even in the shower itself, and just left it fucking draining money away. He spent 40 grand.
Still old guy.
No, see that shit angers me. It really annoys me. But hey, I'm still not watching it. I'll stick to rate my takeaway. My mate Danny. That's my limit.
I like the
he's the Peter K guy.
Yeah, it sounds like Peter K.
He's a knobhead. Him.
Fuck off, dickhead.
I like the Mank one that does the food reviews around here. It's what's his fucking name? Is it Scran something? Like
anything food related is usually sent to me.
Yeah, we'll do.
Don't know why.
No, I'd say
not
same.
Scran time is called, John.
I'm in fine physical peak conditioning. Me, I don't eat crap. No, sorry, I meant to say I don't eat healthy.
You just had McDonald's.
I don't know. That's what I said.
Exactly.
I don't eat healthy.
You don't eat healthy. But yeah.
You'd hate my YouTube then. You would hate my YouTube.
Yeah.
You'd absolutely hate my YouTube.
Yeah, mine's quite boring. I follow people that do
I can tell.
Toy collecting and stuff like that. But yeah, so how are we doing, fellas?
Oh, good.
Feeling better this week. We're getting there. I've got one more week off, and then back next week. So, but I'm on the right side of things. My mental health's been a lot better these last.
You took the wrong 2 weeks off, didn't you, mate? You could have waited a couple of weeks and got the Euros off.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Yeah.
I just needed
money in the bank.
I was a very broken human being like 2 weeks ago, so I just needed the time, to be away and just do my own thing.
You've got to know when to get off the bus, mate.
Yeah. The bus had been long. The bus had like we're on the wrong side of the motorway at that point. So I just needed the time. But I'm feeling a lot.
Absolutely. You know, somebody said to me a long time, you need to know when and where to get off the ride before you get back on it again.
Yeah. I'm on my way to the bus stop right now. I'm on the way to the bus stop to get back on. Let's say I'm on the right side of things. So
I did it last year. Matt knows well enough. We took a hiatus from this as well last year for a week or so because I just needed to get off that ride completely for a little while. Nothing wrong with doing this. It's just I needed to go and be me for a while and focus it fully on getting me right. And I've come out the other side of it. I'm in a really great place at the moment. Don't get me wrong. As I said to you guys before, I had a bit of a funk last night, but I woke up. I'm absolutely sweet. Change your life, change your routines. And I won't say you'll get better, but it'll help. As Hogan used to say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
Tell you what, this
he was also
helps me out so much. Like,
oh yeah, this is where this all started, mate. This was originally just me and him getting together, talking about something that we both love, just to give each other a distraction from the real world for an hour or so. That's genuinely where this came from. It spiraled out, and maybe down the line, how about we do a special episode instead of doing a normal pod? How about we talk about it? I think I'll maybe run it for when Men's Mental Health Month is or week is, and do a special where we talk about it. Very openly.
Yeah.
And obviously how it helped and stuff through time. But yeah, no, this definitely helped. I'd say, but there's times where you may just don't want to do anything, and it's cool to say, look, guys, I'm out this week. And yeah, that's cool. It's cool. It's good to hear you getting back to where you should be, mate. You know where we are. Say that to you both all the time. You know where you are. You know how to get in touch with me. You know where I live. You turn up. Just give me a bit of notice. I'm on the way. You can turn up anytime you want. My sofa's got plenty of room for you to stretch across and watch wrestling on.
Yeah, happy days. Sound.
But cool. I'm all sweet. Anniversary weekend this weekend with the wife. It's been away for a nice night out, a nice meal, 3 bevies. If you know me, I don't drink often, but I had quite a few bevies this weekend.
Go on, the lad. That's what I like to hear.
Well, look, I paid 139 quid for a 2-course meal, a room, breakfast, and then from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. all inclusive drinks.
Oh, I'm getting my 100 quid's worth out of that.
Before 6 o'clock come, I went and bought a pint of Guinness and a vodka and orange, 14 quid. So I guarantee you, at 6:01, I hit the rum and coke.
I'd be absolutely hammering them.
Ain't for it now though. My guts has gone like, what have you done to us? Because I was a week clean of fizzy drinks as well till Saturday.
Oh yeah, you said that the other day, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm back on my fizzy drinks. So when I had my drink before, it was in Oasis, but I normally get coke. But yeah, my guts like, what have you done to me this week? But hey ho. But wrestling, strange old week of wrestling.
Yeah, it's been a weird week. It's been a very weird week of wrestling.
We had Battleground and we had
Dominion.
I was going right. If you want to see the reviews of the fellas on them, there's a video on the channel. Jump across, give it a watch.
Matt is very grumpy on it.
Yeah, Matt's in a foul mood on it. We might touch on bits of it, but we're not going to in a full review of them boys today, I don't think, are we?
No, I don't think so.
No. Cool. So if you want to see how Matt and Ted think of them two shows, jump across and give it a watch. Also, hit the bell, subscribe. There's live streams coming up in the next few months, hopefully of Clash and Forbidden Door. Going forward, Money in the Bank. Well, pretty much we can save, especially when WWE.
Everything from July, because the holidays reset for us. Everything from July, there'll be a live stream.
Yeah,
because I've booked every pay-per-view off, so I can do a live stream.
When WWE are back in the States for the pay-per-views, there'll be a live stream, guaranteed. Yeah. It's when they're in the European countries that might be a bit of it. You might like this weekend. For me. Yeah, I mean from you. But,
apart from today, from this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Everything going forward, I'll be fine.
Yeah, the only one I might miss is Bash in Berlin because.
And All In.
And All In, yeah, I won't be. Be hard to do one from All In.
Exactly. If you did one from All In, it'd be sick. Like you just with your front facing camera reacting to All In would be mint. It'd be an absolute mince, like Ginge does. I think
yeah.
It'd be
do
really
one of Francis Bosworth, put my camera in front of my head.
Yeah. So good. But yeah.
But yeah, so hit that there. But that leads us on nicely then to the other thing that's above us, our affiliation with the EUROSHOP. Which, by the way, guys, if you tune in to see it, thanks for the invite this weekend. Sorry you can't make it. We've got a link below. Father's Day is coming up. So if you struggling to find something for your wrestling loving dad, hit that link, find something nice. But what have we got on today, guys?
I'm wearing my new Good of the Ship.
Ooh, sweet.
They can't even be a cement Fraser. The greatest amongst us. The tribal chief. The head of the table.
Is that Solo's new shirt? I've not seen that one.
Roman Reigns. Not Solo Sikoa. He's a poor man's.
Never my tribal chief.
Never my tribal chief. Could never be seeing him with that music. Not a chance.
My tribal chief.
Get new music, you weirdo. Damatongas is better than yours. And that's been released. Typical, isn't it? Once we've done that tail edge, Damatongas then gets released.
I don't think we're going to beat the top two, though. The top two for SmackDown whenever in doubt.
No. We've got the Icon one next. We're doing the Icon one tomorrow?
Whenever. I reckon John should be in this one. Because he's got
He's working tomorrow, though.
Fuck. What days are you working?
Same as always, Wednesday to Saturday.
We could do again, John, in on this one and the AEW, potentially the next two.
Well, I was going to say get John in on the AEW and NXT.
Okay. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. Yeah. One bit.
We'll do it on a Monday.
Yeah. But yeah, weirdo weekend. Going to cover the shows. Going to try something new this week. So let us know in the comments how you feel about it on the reviews of the show. We're not going to go into great detail. We're going to run through the shows, what's happened, winners, basic, quick through it. And then we've got some discussion points this week because obviously there's news broke. And then obviously the guys have got some stuff that when he asked, and we're going to try and keep it down as well. Keep it nice and short and sweet for you. And Matt.
Thanks.
3 hour edit to make it down to less than 2 hours. That was some work, that, mate.
Well played, mate. Well played.
But
I don't know how I stayed and when I'm determined to do something, I do it.
Yeah, I am, but I would have probably done it across like 3 days. And it would have took me forever to do.
I did. Oh no, I didn't. I did it on the one day, because I had issues going on at home. So yeah.
But let's jump into it then. Well, I just tell you my shirt. I'm not wearing any WWE shirt today. I've got my Forged in Combat Blackpool Combat shirt on.
Oh no, he's got a wrestling shirt on though.
I got a wrestling shirt on.
Yeah,
it's my
that's
Blackpool
fine.
Combat Club one, but it's
We
my
love you, fanatics. We do.
I'll wear more Fnatic based shirts when they put 5XL back in.
Yeah, fair play.
I can't keep wearing the same shirts every week.
I did until I got this new one.
Like I'm wearing a different hat this week. I've put my Roppongi 3K hat on, like some New Japan, because I've rebooked I'm going back to Japan next year, so it's all booked now for the April. So
Vlog.
Yeah, I will be. What I'll do is I'll vlog a trip to Corrigan and to because I want to do the stadium as well. So I'll just vlog those two full days to whack on the channel.
You know what you should do? You should get yourself some of them Ray-Bans with a little camera in them, so you don't have to worry about the camera. You just bang your Ray-Bans on.
Actually, what I'll do is we'll talk about this after the pod, because I know we're trying to keep this down, but I've just been
Yeah, we're diverging already, guys. We talked about this week.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion already.
Sorry.
But let's jump straight to the show. So
Dynamite.
I'll go Dynamite first.
Yeah, Dynamite first.
Chronology, that's cool. That's me. So that's.
I was going to do. There's no point doing NXT because there was Battleground. So
yeah. NXT was good though this last week, guys. If you haven't watched NXT before Battleground, NXT was really good. If I've tuned in, if you've been watching for a while, if I've tuned in to NXT, that'd say something.
Yeah.
All ego. That's all I'm going to say.
But don't watch Battleground.
Yeah. I don't know. I might give it a watch this week.
Watch it for 3 matches and you'll be chilling.
But yeah, Dynamite, I'll go first. If another thing we're trying out, I'm going to be covering the AEW side of the shows. Matt is going
SmackDown NXT.
You SmackDown NXT. And Ted's going to be covering Raw. So MJF kicked off Dynamite. Really good promo, calling out quite a few people. Name a few: Okada, Swerve, Ospreay, declaring that he has a list of people he's coming for, and then they all declare themselves as good. But they can't be good when they are not beat him, because he's beat everybody that is good. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Kenny Omega. He's beat everybody. Rush then interrupted him, cut a promo in Spanish, and then very broken English. Then MJF got him to repeat it, and then cut him up like The Rock used to do. And the crowd loved it. Edit up. We're getting Rush and MJF. I think at Forbidden Door, maybe, or it might be before that. I don't think
it's this week on Dynamite.
Yeah, as I say, I don't think they fully announced it when it's going to be. Or if they did, I didn't notice it. But we're getting Rush, which is not too bad. I'm glad that MJF's getting a taste of the match before he comes back. Then the opening match was Rey Fenix, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Jay Lethal, Fatal 4-Way to earn an International Championship match against Willie Ospreay this week. Great match. If you like spots, absolutely great match, because Rey Fenix was in it as well. The four competitors are actually outstanding. Phoenix won, so we've got Phoenix Ospreay on Wednesday night. Oh shit, why is that? Only just realised that is the Wednesday night's match. Fuck, that's gonna be great. Will Nightingale cut a promo about being double crossed, and she's expected from Stokely but not Chris Statlander, and trust has been broken. Then we had qualifying match for the TNT title ladder match at Forbidden Door. It was the ROH champion Mark Briscoe against Brian Cage. Mark Briscoe won. So you're now in that ladder match at Forbidden Door. Jack Perry cut a promo about the universe has chosen him, and one way or another he will become the TNT champion. I do think it is going to be him that wins it.
I hope so.
The Learning Tree confronted Angelo Parker, Mark Menard backstage about how they should be under his tutelage, and congratulate him about winning, about marrying Ruby Soho. Combat Club took on the Combat Club of Moxley, Danielson, Castanello, and the return of Wheeler Yuta this week, which is good to see back. Took on CMLL, I'm going to murder these. Fedora Jr., Magnus, Rudo, and Esfinge. I know. But Combat Club came over. Wheeler Yuta got the win as well, which was cool.
It was sick.
It was a good match again. Good match all round. Then we had a TBS champion Mercedes Moné against the New Japan Strong Women's Champion title match announced for Forbidden Door.
Stephanie, what's her face? I can't.
Stephanie Vancouver.
That's the one.
Vancouver. Patriarchy, that's Christian Cage's group, met the Young Bucks backstage. Christian saying how he was screwed over by Swerve, double nothing, and wants another opportunity to hold gold. Matthew Jackson said he will do everything they can, and in the meantime, both sides need to continue to help each other. Serena beat Mariah May. Tony Storm on commentary. Commentary from Tony Storm really annoyed me. Stuff she's coming out with, just pants. Just absolute pants. After the match, Tony Storm ran to the ring. The check on Mariah, Saraya, and Harley Cameron attacked her, and Mina Shakira was making the save. Tony versus Mina for AEW World Championship at Forbidden Door was officially announced that match as well. I know Ted had a bit of views on that one, but we've ironed that one out in the chat.
Yeah, we have. That chest was mad. That's all I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. Do you know when I watched it, mate, I see where you were coming from even more. But as we said in the chat, it's just the way they are now.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson has declared himself into the Owen Hart Cup, which now is the winner of that gets his title shot at All In. So I feel we're going to get Bryan Danielson's title win at All In instead of Willie Ospreay.
Yes, don't mind it.
Don't mind it, mate. He's on his last year. He said in this promo, I clearly remember him saying that this is his last year.
Been a full-time wrestler, yeah.
And the way AEW calling All In is their WrestleMania show.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So that'll be Daniel Bryan's picking the championship. He's done it at WrestleMania, and he'll do it at All In. He's picked the World Championships up at the two companies he's wrestled for, his bigger show, as well as ROH. He's probably done it.
And they can give it to Will.
Yeah.
Next year. There's no rush to get
Will
it.
Will be the one that takes it from Bryan. We can do it that way when they run again, because they ran a few weeks back and it was absolutely amazing.
It was sick.
Yeah,
it was such a good match.
Run again. And then we ended with Strickland Swerve versus Roddy Strong for the AEW Championship.
Really good match. I enjoyed it.
I'm just going to say, honestly, I can't remember. I remember reading through this, I remember most of it. That one I can't remember. But Swerve Strickland, can't beat him. He's great at the moment. But that was Dynamite in a nutshell. Really good show. I'm really enjoying Dynamite at the moment. I said to the guys, I feel like I've watched either Collision or Rampage, but I can't remember. But I was working, so I'm not going to win it. We're not too fussed about them unless something major happens. But that was Dynamite and not paid. No.
Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. So I think now we're on to Matt, aren't we? We're SmackDown.
So I can't actually remember what happened on SmackDown. I wrote notes and deleted them for NXT for some reason.
I haven't watched it.
However,
so I couldn't agree to you.
I've got it. I know is the main event.
I've got it in front of me, so I'll just run through the main points. I've been looking through it as we were talking before. So
I thought you were reading something.
Yeah.
So
I do both. I try and do both. It makes me look like I can concentrate on something when really I'm doing something else. I'm good at that in work as well. Yeah. I'll change my face now. So.
Oh no, mate, that's your cum face. Don't do that.
Oh no, that's different. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, so the show was leading on Solo inducting Tonga Loa into the Bloodline, and obviously the fallout from AJ Styles' fake retirement against AJ, and then obviously building up towards Clash this week. It wasn't a 5-star show. It was more of a builder. than anything. I mean, there's matches that happened. I'll just go through the matches. I'm not going to talk about them, but you had originally it was Indy versus Jade as a rematch from the other week, and then Candice went into Nick Aldis' office and was like, "It's unfair you're doing that," so he made it a tag match instead. Waller and Gargano. We had Ciampa and Theory last week. This week was Waller and Gargano. To be fair, it was a really good match. I remember it now because it was one of the matches that I actually thought, do you know what? It's actually pretty good. Still the fallout. We're going to have to break up a Theory and Waller soon. I'm heavily believe DIY is the next ones to hold them tag titles. Finally, thank God.
So it took them what, 3-4 years? Like, it should happen years ago. Like, it's mad that it's took them this long.
Yeah, and Gargano won clean, like no messing about or anything. Gargano won clean, which was great to see. But yeah, sorry, Waller won clean, which was great to see. Gargano lost because Ciampa was like, looks a bit pissed off. Yeah. I will edit half of this out, so we don't have to worry about that. Then there was a backstage thing between Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight that led to Nick booking that match, which Knight won, beat Hayes, which was a good match, to be fair. Nothing really amazing happened. It was great to see Knight and Hayes in the ring. I thought it'd be a bit mismatch, but it was decent, to be fair. And then we got towards the Bloodline segment before we had the AJ, I believe.
Yeah. No, the Bloodline segment where
Bloodline was the
end.
Yes, it was. The Solo went to go in induct Tonga Loa, which he did, and then Kevin Owens came out to attack the Bloodline on his own, because Kevin Owens is a crazy cunt. But then got attacked himself.
Silly Kevin.
And then it took about 20 minutes for the Street Profits to make the save. For some strange reason.
That's not breaking Jeff Hardy doing the judo bug while Matt Hardy's getting beat up.
Yeah.
No, because they didn't do the whole thing on the ramp. It took him ages to come out rather than doing Jeff Hardy doing his and then going, oh shit, my brother's in trouble. You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake, Matt, again. I've got to save you. Right.
Yeah, just fucking hell. It makes a change. Matt's not me saving him. Bayley was in the ring for a promo, but was interrupted by Piper and Chelsea. And then Piper ended up apparently shining in this segment. I don't remember this at all. All I remember was attacking her.
Yeah, that's all I remember either as well, mate.
I don't remember the actual segment. Cody Rhodes matched the ring. Demanded AJ came out. Anderson and Gallows were with Styles as he arrived. Do not get me started on the OC after this weekend. He doesn't care what Rhodes wants, but Nightmare suggested a quit match. I disagreed before it all broke out again. Rhodes and the security team. Rhodes started taking out the security team, which is always good to see because they're always idiots, aren't they? And then the main event was a 6-man tag. It was the Bloodline versus Street Profits and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens and the Profits won by disqualification. Solo smacked Kevin Owens with a chair.
Then Owens, yeah. Then Owens got put through the table, innit?
Yes. They put Kevin Owens through the announce desk with a triple power bomb. And then they were all holding up the ones at the end. So it was really setting up, like I said, Clash, setting up the breakup between Theory and Waller. And trying to get, I'm glad they're trying to get Candice and Indy on TV more because I really like them and they deserve to be on TV because they're very good. I just wish they weren't getting their ass kicked every single week. But SmackDown in a nutshell. Sorry, it wasn't exactly like John's. I typed it all up as I was watching it and then deleted it because of Battleground. So I just had to go what's in front of me.
But I did this literally just before we got on this. So I'm trying to do what you said to just type along. So yeah, we wrote Priest and Drew promo, started the show. Judgment Day came out with Damien minus Dom, who weren't there noticeably.
No Carlito either. It was just the Funko Pop and Finn.
Yeah, fair. Good, thank you. I couldn't decide whether Carlito were there. That's how noticeable Carlito is right now.
I can remember because that's the only segment I've watched.
Yeah. So the basically all built up to McIntyre versus Finn Balor main event for tonight, and if McIntyre wins, no Judgment Day at ringside. Then we next move backstage in the Judgment Day hideout, fucking lair, whatever you want to call it. Liv's in there. Yeah, clubhouse. Thank you. Dom's walks in, says, "Oh, what are you doing here?" They have a bit of back and forth. Liv leaves Dom her hotel room key, and
I need to be Dom. I'm just saying, I need to be Dom.
He's living a happy life right now.
He's living the life I want.
Yeah.
You need a mullet and a porn star mustache.
Exactly.
And to lose a lot of weight, and to get some teeth. Without doubt.
Then this led to Damian Priest visiting the Puerto Rican Day Parade somewhere. I'm not quite sure where, but he showed him in a parade. But it was for Puerto Rico, which led
New
to
York.
New York. So
yeah.
That makes sense.
Him and Selena are both there, and I know Selena is a New York resident.
That makes a lot of sense. That does.
I think he is as well.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if I think Priest is, like you say, I think Priest is. Which led us to our first match of the night, which is Lyra versus Io. Io won due to damage control interference. Then we went on to the next segment, which we're back to Dom and Liv. Dom and Liv talk. Dom's talking about Liv giving him the hotel key to everyone in Judgment Day. They're passing the hotel key around. Me, John, and Matt realised that Finn took the hotel key, and that was the end of that segment. Sneaky Finn. Then we got a 6-man tag match next, which was Braun, Ray, and Dragon Lee versus Dom, JD, and Carlito. Braun, Ray, and Dragon Lee won. I'd say it was a good 6-man tag match. I love when Braun does his choo-choo around the ring and absolutely just clatters everyone. It was funny because he nearly clattered Liv at one point when he was running around the ring, but she sidestepped him luckily, which would have been entertaining either way. Then we get Ilya chatting to Ricochet about his match with Braun, saying he's going to make him suffer tonight. And then a weird segment with Io Shirai again, just screaming in Japanese. I'm not quite sure what it's about or what they're doing. Looks like they're teasing some sort of breakup with Damage Control without saying that teasing it. It's really strange.
I think it'll be Dakota that's going to break away.
Yeah, they'll push Dakota out.
Yeah.
Rebrand them as the Kabuki Warriors, as a trio. Kabuki Warriors.
Which will be the worst thing.
No, but I don't want Dakota to just go in to do what Candice and India are doing.
Yeah,
I'd rather go SmackDown and be around the title picture. They need a mid-card title. I'll keep saying it.
Yeah, that's. I'll say that to the cows come home. Then the next segment we get is Sammy is in the back chatting to Maxine and Tozawa, and then he goes out to the ring, starts cutting a promo on Gable and how he's treating the Alpha Academy. This leads to a match with Sammy and Otis. Sammy wins after Gable distracts Otis by trying to give him some advice. Then Gable slaps Otis, and Otis teases attacking Gable again, like we've had the last couple of weeks. But Otis loses his head and absolutely destroys Sammy to end that segment. Then
it's coming.
the fan reaction for Otis at the minute is mad. So they need to pull the trigger. Then we've got probably the weirdest booking of the night next. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Zoe Stark and Shayna in a tag match. This match was really fast, and after Shayna lost to someone on NXT at the weekend, Shayna and Zoe won clean, in about 2 or 3 minutes.
It pisses me off so much.
NXT versus Shayna didn't happen when she goes back to the main roster.
But Michael Cole said it while she was coming down to the ring. It made no sense. But I'd say let's move on quickly from that because I know it upset Matt because it upset me as much. We now got my match of the night, which was Ilya Dragunov versus Bron Breakker, and it was such a sick match. It was so great back and forth. Just give me more of that. If that's the feud moving forward, give me that on a weekly. I'll take that all day. Then after the match, Braun tried attacking Ilya. Ricochet came out, made the save, and got Ilya out of there without any further damage done after the match. We then get Authors of Pain versus Awesome Truth for the tag belts. Awesome Truth win due to interference from New Day. New Day distracts Authors of Pain to carry on the void that is Karrion Kross's group versus anyone. The void of nothingness. No one really cares. Then I've literally left in my notes here. Braun kills Ricochet, which I think's quite as we'll discuss a little bit later on. I think I don't know. I'm on the fence if he's staying or not. But he took a horrendous bump. Braun threw him into a truck, and the thud when he landed were just awkward. It was horrendous to hear. And then he slammed him through a windshield. And then Samantha Irvin ran from the back as they were loading Ricochet into an ambulance. And Ricochet went in an ambulance with Samantha in tow. And so we'll see what happens from there. And then we're on to the main event, which was Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. And Drew McIntyre won clean to what I can remember. And this led to Raw going off air with a stare down between Damian and Drew to set up Clash of the Castle this weekend.
Also in that match, probably one of the best things that's happened in WWE TV for a little while. Pat McAfee did ring announcement.
Oh yeah, he called Drew handsome son of a bitch, which was great. I love Pat.
Pat also dropped a Joe Hendry
reference
thing, on commentary.
He scored a belter. They were playing some sort of charity match at the weekend. He scored a scissor kick volley.
No, he did the assist.
Oh, in the assist. Oh.
Yeah, he used the cross.
Who, Joe Hendry?
No, Pat Mac.
Oh, did he?
You were playing soccer, yeah.
Hey, tell you what, with a ball at his feet.
Football.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. I'm just getting in there.
No. We tell the viewers if they're from the States, it's called football. You play it with your feet.
Yes.
We originated it. It originated in our country, mate, and was called football.
Not soccer.
It hurts me every time I say it, though. When I do say the S word, it does hurt. Yeah, it's my soul.
Say it then.
But yeah, that was Raw in a nutshell.
Cool.
There we go. Rattle through. Now, let's get to the important stuff. So, I don't want to steal your bit this here, Matt, but I'm going to steal it anyway. This week, obviously, the news were floating around, and obviously Raw touched on it a bit there. Not this week. The last few weeks, we've had a lot of coming and going, contracts ending, up in the air. Obviously, we talked about last week, but Becky Lynch's is ending. We all, as we're aware now, Becky's taking a bit of hiatus just to be Becky or Rebecca and be a mum. Obviously, Seth's came up for renewal, but he's re-signed. Drew McIntyre's the same. Chad's is up at the moment. But it looks like one person has took the leave from WWE. And that was somebody that was on Raw last night that got left in an ambulance. And that is Ricochet. I know you guys obviously want to have a bit of a chat about that.
Yeah, Matt's proposed a question to us. So go ahead, Matt. What was the question?
So I thought if we're doing the cut down of talking about the shows, we're gonna need something else to talk about. And obviously, there's a bit of news stuff like WWE wanting to use the Rascals and stuff like that again. I thought, why don't I ask you a question every week and you give me the top 5? So that's what I'm gonna do every week. I've already give you one for next week. Did it beforehand. Can't remember what it was now, so I have to.
Yeah.
WWE things you changed in WWE. I've done
both. No, that's for today.
No, that was this week.
Streamers podcast.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So this week I asked you 2 questions. One, I need your top 5 matches that you want to see Ricochet have, if it is true and he is leaving WWE. So we'll start off with Tedder. The top 5 matches you want. Oh, go on.
Before we dive into it, because I know you guys have got your different thought process than I do. I Stonewall think he's done. I think his contract's up and he's leaving. What about you guys? Obviously, because I usually chatting before we came on the air and I joined the call slightly late. Nothing new there, but what is your thought process on this?
So I think he's, with how he went out in the ambulance with Samantha Irvin in the ambulance, that's him going away for an absolute monster return pot. So I think it might come out that he leaves, but he resigns straight away. He comes back at SummerSlam.
No one knows.
Yeah.
So I'm 90% sure he's leaving. 90% sure. With everything that's come out and he wants to leave, stuff like that, I get it. The way they did it last night, they could have easily just done, he beats him up around the ring, threw him into the steps, down the table, done and dusted, see you later. The way it was done last night, now obviously it can be looked at as if the built Braun Breaker up to be an absolute fucking monster, because he is anyway. But just the way they did it, and the way Samantha Irvine rushed off to make it look like obviously she's obviously his partner and stuff, I just feel like there's 10% of me that thinks, is he actually going, or is it Triple H going back? We've seen what the internet's saying. We've seen what Dave Meltzer thinks. Let's take you off TV for a couple of months. We'll bring you back at SummerSlam, and you'll get your push going from there. So
my issue with that theory is I don't think Ricochet, now I'm going to use the word Ricochet, is in a good enough place to get the pop that would need.
After last night, I do.
The 1% of me, so I'm 99% sure that he's going. The 1% of me is like, okay, if he does resign, injure Ricochet, put him off TV, and have this mass luchador return as Prince Puma.
Do it like that.
That'd be sick. That would be good.
And the only issue they have there is it'd be very obvious that it's Ricochet by his tattoos, so you might have to go full gear, like bodysuit, to hide it for a while, and then obviously then diagnose that it is Ricochet, but it's not Ricochet, it's now Prince Puma, Ricochet's alter ego. That could work, and that could get him a pop, because that will draw in the fans of Lucha Underground that don't watch WWE, may watch elsewhere. That'd be the only thing, but I'm like 99% sure he's gone.
I'm at 90 right now.
Yeah. If they wouldn't have done it like that last night, I'd be like, yeah, he's gone. He's definitely 100%. It's just, when you know more than, you two know more than a lot of people, when you've watched wrestling before, it happens loads of times.
Yeah. For me, it's just too many people commenting on his leaving. Like, I've just got a notification about CM Spunk making a comment about Ricochet leaving as well on my phone.
Well, again, that could be plants that Triple H
is absolutely. People wrestling.
But I'm 90% sure he's leaving. But just that 10% of me thinks, is it just Triple H playing everyone because it's funny?
He could have asked for his, he's do not resign and then go out and listen to offers and nothing's as good as what he got offered at WWE. He'd probably take it back up. There's always that.
There.
Yeah, there's always that. I feel it's written in the stars for him to join a certain Ospreay at AEW.
Just out of thing, if he does go to AEW, where does he fit in? What does he do? What does he win? Is it because we've seen people do this before? So many people have always said, there's loads of people that come out and go, Malachi needs to go to AEW and win the world title. Keith Lee needs to go and win the world title. Cesaro needs to go win the world title. And it's not happened because there's nothing behind him. What makes Ricochet different to the others?
I think Ricochet could fit that void because I feel like AEW now have got a potential issue with injury-prone and aged superstars that are filling the top main event spots. So disregard, don't take an MJF, stuff like that, but you're looking at the guys that are main event spots. Bryan Danielson is openly on his last year.
Mm-hmm.
Copeland, we don't know how long Copeland's got left. If he comes back, because you might not recover from that femur break properly. Yeah. Kenny Omega, we don't know where that's going. We don't know how long we've got with Christian. Because, you know, I mean, Christian, he's one of the ones who just stopped wrestling. And we don't know if it was injuries or whatever. We don't know much more about Christian. There's talent throughout there, and I feel like Ricochet could, because I feel like Will Ospreay, MJF, and Jack Perry now are the beginning of the new breed to carry it further once these guys go. I feel like Ricochet would slip nicely into that slot as their face. Will can be both face and heel. MJF, he's doing both work, but more of a heel face work. I think Ricochet could be their squeaky clean good guy against them two, and he could slot eventually in there, do some work to build them up, make the matches that they can book are going to be unbelievable, mate, with Ricochet, whether he's Ricochet or Prince Puma.
So I think the same as you, Matt. So I've got some dream matches that I'll go into, but I'd much rather Ricochet. I think Ricochet would work a lot better as a huge name in NJPW than he would in a big card event of AEW.
I feel like he'll work NGP. I reckon he'll work New Japan, just like Mox is doing. I reckon he'll work New Japan as well as AEW.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be tied down solely as a single contract. I think that'll be the thing that'll sell it for him if he can perform back in New Japan, because he loved working in New Japan. Yeah, he loved working the indie scene. And I think that might be the big thing if Tony Khan lets him do New Japan, whether it's New Japan Strong or full on New Japan, whatever it is. I think that's the thing that might seal it there. I do think he'll do New Japan stuff as well.
See, and again, I'll go back to what people said about the others. When then the other people came in, you had the same issue. You had Jericho in his 40s. Kenny Omega wasn't getting any younger. I know he was at his peak then. Well, I don't know if he was at his peak, but his matches he were putting on were bangers. But I'm not an AEW enthusiast. Everyone knows I'm not. I just don't see Ricochet being, and this is no offense to Ricochet, this is just the way I look at it, filling any void that's left by a Kenny Omega, by a Chris Jericho, by anyone. He doesn't fill that void for me. He doesn't get me excited. He might do. He might change my mind. Kenny Omega changed my mind when I actually watched him properly. I've seen Ricochet in WWE now since he debuted.
I think that's the thing though for you anyway, Matt, is that you're watching Ricochet WWE. With me,
his stuff in NXT was great.
Yeah, NXT Ricochet was what Ricochet should have been in the main roster.
Yeah.
But with obviously Ted touching on New Japan and stuff, the stuff that he did before to get him to WWE, mate, was absolutely brilliant. I feel Ricochet suffered massively on his main roster because he fell in. He went up there when Vince was in charge.
Yeah.
And as much as Trips is booking people, his guys and stuff the right way, I feel like the damage was done too much on Ricochet.
Same with Shin as well.
Shin. Yeah, I don't like Shinsuke is another, like, this is one of the things I'll touch on your second question a little bit later on. I don't think going to AEW and New Japan is like anything other than it's a fresh start for Ricochet again. Yeah. It's a new beginning for him to put his work out. Do I think he'll never return WWE? Absolutely not. He loves being at WWE. He's a massive fan of Triple H. He has been for years. Could he go out, rework his stuff like the likes of Matt Cardona has done? I mean, can he surprise us? Could he just work fucking independent shows and rebuild Ricochet? I think that's what he needs to do.
He needs to do a Drew. He needs to do a Drew.
Drew's done it. Cody did it.
Yeah.
Cardona's doing it. No, I don't know about Nick Nemeth because I've not watched TNA, but Nick Nemeth looks like he's trying to do it.
He was really good in New Japan. When he fought Tanahashi the other week.
Ali's doing it. I think sometimes wrestlers, when they wrestle for a company, and I'm not going to side either side here because I think there's a couple of guys in AEW can do it, could do with it doing it as well. It's cut the loss from the major company, go on the independents. Mark Cardona has proven that you can make good money by working independent shows. You don't have to be on the big brands to make big money.
Steph DeLander as well.
Steph DeLander. Cody is the prime example. Cody and Drew.
Yeah.
Prime examples of cut your losses, work your ass off, build yourself back up, and then go back.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
I think that for me, I think if Ricochet did that, made the odd appearance at New Japan, GCW, one-off appearances here at AEW, maybe Impact, but concentrate more on rebuilding him, I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah,
I think they need to. Yeah, I think Ricochet needs to look at like Matt Cardona because he didn't sign with AEW when everyone said he should do, and he's his own thing on the independents, built himself back up, and now there is no doubt AEW or WWE would pay money to have him back.
Hey, I actually think now you've mentioned it there, Cardona's a full-on heel in the independent scene. Ricochet would be the perfect face against Cardona.
Yeah.
Absolute perfect face. A GCW, he doesn't have to do blood matches. He'd be the perfect face. He's the anti-heel Cardona, and it would work. Ricochet knows what he's doing on the independents as well. Like he's not coming out like Nemeth, for an example, or Cardona coming out going, "Fuck, I've never been on the independents. What do I do?" He knows how to work it. He knows he needs work. You've got to be willing to travel from be wrestling in fucking Brooklyn tonight and be in Manchester tomorrow.
Yeah.
That sort of shit. But we'll see. But
we shall.
But yeah, five dream opponents.
So my 5, I think a couple will be in yours as well, John. I've got Ricochet versus Ospreay, obviously. Ricochet versus Swerve. Ricochet versus.
Yeah, I didn't even think Swerve.
Ricochet versus Mike Bailey. Then my last 2, I'll be honest, guys, I've cheated massively. So I put Ricochet versus the Super Juniors division in NJPW. Because there's multiple bangers that are in there. I'd love to see him versus TJP, him versus Hiromu. Yeah, Blackheart Rush. So I've kind of cheated. And then my last one's also a cheat because I put Ricochet versus the Lucha Brothers. Ray Phoenix or Penta.
I'll come back. Matt, you go to yours?
So I got Ospreay and I got Mike Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
I have MJF.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pat.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
And Pentagon.
It's a good 5. It's a good 5.
Let's see if I can cough wave through this. So I've got MJF. Like I said to you before, I've not made a physical list. I can rattle these off the top of my head. MJF. I want to see him and Will Ospreay go again on TV. I want to see him and Okada go. I want to see him tag with somebody. I'll get back to the tag in a minute. I want to see him Penta, Phoenix, Pac. Something with Christian. I want to see him work with Edge. I want to see him work with Cardona. I want to see Ricochet work with everybody. But tag wise, curveball it. How about if they align him and his arch enemy from New Japan together? Him and Will Ospreay tagging together, taking on Penta and Phoenix, the Young Bucks, FTR, the Acclaimed. Like they could that tag team there could reignite the tag division in AEW massively.
He'd be so good. The
Top
flips.
guy's out.
Yeah.
That's more than 5 done. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. But I said that to you. I've not noted that. If you want me to pick 5, MJF, Ospreay, Omega. Really Pac. And do you know what? I'll go Mox. It's completely opposite styles, so I would like to see how that works.
Yeah.
Him versus Mox in New Japan would be mint.
Or even Joe, because I'd like to see Joe when he goes through like a flip, Joe just no sell and walk off, because I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be mint.
I was going to put Adam Cole in there.
Yeah, Adam Cole was there for me as well.
We've seen that in NXT a few times, so
that's the thing with him and Will Ospreay as well. We've seen it quite a few times, and if you haven't watched him, Google him.
Yeah, just go and find him. You need to go and find him.
But yeah, he's now got the
world's his oyster.
That's it. Make a Cody list. Go and face everybody's on that list.
That's what he should do.
Well, he hasn't, because he's still with WWE and he's going to come back at SummerSlam and take out Braun Breaker. So then, I asked you that question because it's a hot topic. The other question I asked, if WWE had a reset today, what's the 5 changes you'd make to change WWE?
Want me to go first?
And the reason I picked WWE is because next week will be a different company. So it's not like I'm just sticking with WWE. Yeah, you go first, Ed.
So I'd have less premium live events. We don't need as many as we've got. Sometimes they get bunched up. Like August, for example, we've got Clash at Berlin at the end of the month, SummerSlam at the start of the month. There's been a few other times where they've just loads in short succession. So I think it diminishes what a premium live event is. It'd be my first one. More long-term storytelling. Let's have a few stories on the go, like long-term instead of short bursts. Don't be scared to change belts. I say, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a long-term champion, but I also like, especially like now where that top scene there's too many people waiting for the belt now because we've had it just bunched up as saying 2 long-term champions. No women's tag titles, a mid-card women's title instead, and I'd like to introduce 6-man tag belts. That'd be my 5 changes I'd make.
Bad.
What's your thoughts on that?
Got me to go. Thoughts. I think the 6-man tag. I think there's only 2 in Imperium now. Judgment Day is breaking up. I don't think there's any big groups anymore, is there? Unless I'm missing one. Good
Brothers and AJ. You've got the New Day when Big E comes back and he's fine.
Big E comes back.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
I do like the idea of a 6-man tag.
No, I do. I just don't think there's teams for it.
But you have the potential then to make the teams give guys that are not getting TV time some TV time.
True.
Like the matches, the opportunity. But yeah, go ahead, Matt.
I thought we were still talking about Ted.
We're still talking about Ted. That's fine.
What was the first one? Let's pay views. I think they're doing quite well at the moment. I don't think, bar that one you just said, I don't think they have 2 pay. Bar when they have the Saudi shows because they've got to because of contract issues. I don't think they do that very, very often. But I agreed. Was it last year? It was like Fastlane, Payback was in the space of a month. So yeah, maybe. My 5 changes. Stop the Saudi shows. There's no need for them.
So when I said less PLEs, that's what I was kind of hinting at without saying it.
Don't stop the Saudi shows. There's no need for them. It's literally, John says it all the time. It's GM mode for the King of Saudi Arabia, and he doesn't even know what's going on, and it ruins storylines that are going at that time.
So, for an example, like the buzz that came off the back of WrestleMania, and then obviously Backlash was a good show. Backlash,
yeah.
But then the buzz from WWE right then was massive. Then the Saudi show just deaded it.
Yeah, no, I agree. More matches on a pay-per-view. Give us more than 5 more matches.
Yeah.
Like, give us at least 7. Like, there's people there that are waiting for a chance. Throw them on. Build a story with Bron Breakker. Get Bron Breakker on this weekend against Ilya again. Now Ricochet's not around. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that. More TV time for the women.
Yeah.
I want to see after this with Piper. We ain't gonna see Piper again now for a while. Probably in a tag team with whoever. But how often do we see Indy and Candice?
Yeah.
Tegan Knox hasn't been on TV since she got fingered. Do you know what I mean? Dakota Kai when she breaks away, what's she gonna do? Like,
they sort of lost what they had from the Women's Revolution, where they were main eventing Raw and shows. They've sort of dwindled down now to 5 minutes.
Because they haven't got the start. They think they haven't got the star power. But when you look at the star power, because they've lost Sasha. But when you look at it, you've still got Charlotte when she gets back. Bianca's there. Jade's there now. Becky when she resigns, because she's got to, let's face it.
Yeah.
Asuka. Io's there. Liv.
So,
Rhea.
Make the star.
Eh?
Yeah.
Make a star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you've got, like, when Roxanne comes up.
Indy.
Indy's the one.
This is what I keep saying. Indy and Candice deserve to be on there.
Yeah.
It's not just Indy and Candice that everyone thinks I'm just, like, thinking on.
No.
It's Piper. Don't stop Piper from this. Let her carry on. Chelsea Green deserves a title shot more than anyone. Her Karen character has gone from there to shut up. Like, they deserve more. A collab with AEW. Open the doors. Don't need to be every week. We see someone different. We don't need it. Once a year or once every other year, you get together and we have a pay-per-view, and the best of them versus the best of them. Do it that way. I don't want to see Will Ospreay on Raw.
The all together events where what they've recently done in Japan is they've unified all of Japan as now together, and they do a pay-per-view every so often against each other. They're saying that's how it plays out. They say just do that.
Do it. It changes things up. Listen, I don't want to say, and obviously there's people who are going to go, well, I don't want to go over to the WWE to do anything like Jon Moxley because of the way it ended. But if you have someone like, who's not getting TV time? Oh, I used to say even Paige. Danhausen.
Yeah.
Send Danhausen over to NXT.
Yeah.
Over to Raw against Truth. Do something with it. Do you know what I mean? And stop the stupid prices for tickets.
Yeah, 100%.
Honest to frigging God, £376 you want me to pay to go and watch Clash at the Castle to sit in the gods? It was 90 for Clash at Wales in a bigger stadium.
Yep. AEW at Wembley's only live and you paid £84 for tier 1.
£30 in the gods.
Yeah, there's still seats for in the gods.
You've got
as
money.
Well.
You're not struggling for money. You sell out everywhere you go, more or less.
Stop trying to price it out of it, so you've got another excuse to why not bring a major PLE over.
Exactly. If this was AEW and Tony Khan was doing it, I'd go in on Tony Khan. I'm doing it with WWE. The prices are ridiculous.
So I would have gone to Clash.
Announce a UK pay-per-view a month and a half before it actually happens. Because I'm still sitting on the thing saying they panicked, realized they've not got a UK pay-per-view and they need one because they've still got All In at AEW to go, and they need something over here. They panicked and gone, oh shit, well we can't get Wembley and we can't get this, so we're gonna have to go here.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me as well.
That's how it feels, and they could be. I could be very wrong, but the way it's all rushed together, nah. You forgot about us.
Look at better venues as well.
Yeah. At the Money in the Bank, well, that was at a small venue. Why? It's Money in the Bank. You could sell out anywhere for that.
Class is what, 20,000? So we went from 76,000 at Principality to 26,000 or 22,000 to 20,000 less.
Anyway. Oh, and stop fucking using Shayna Baszler wrong. Next.
I thought you were gonna say Nia Jax. Stop using Nia Jax. I thought you were gonna say in general.
When I say women on TV, I mean take Nia off and put Shayna on.
See, I don't understand with Shayna. Like, so you had to beat Ronda Rousey, who in WWE's universe was one of the baddest women in the planet.
Someone's got to think that about herself.
And then for no reason, she's done nothing since then. Like, what's one thing you can tell me that she's done in the last 12 months or however long?
This is my butthurt thing, and John knows how much I love Shayna Baszler. I think she should be champion. She should have been a multi-time champion by now on the main roster. When WrestleMania 36 COVID year, was that the year she faced Becky?
Yeah, where Becky was pregnant.
She should have won the title then. That's when she won the title. And she just didn't. And then it then. It's not been the same. And she's lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I'd love to know what caused Vince to cool off. No, so fast. Because they were all in on her at the...
Because she's not a sexy blonde. With big boobs and a bum.
Sad thing is, mate, you're not wrong.
That's what Vince McMahon did. If you would like look at Mandy Rose. She weren't ready for TV. Came up and got put on TV. She weren't ready for it. Went back to NXT. Did amazing things in NXT. Eva Marie.
It's the prime example. Eva Marie had never wrestled once since she was put on Total Divas and given her the main roster run.
Yeah.
Then they realised they fucked up, put her in NXT, and she still couldn't wrestle.
Yeah. Summer Rae wasn't great.
She weren't great though.
She tried to get better. She was but it's just that's if you're Vince McMahon, if you're in that era and you had the blonde hair and you had the looks, Vince booked you. Look at Eve.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, there's my 5.
I agree with you on the open the door. Absolutely. Survivor Series had the energize the Survivor Series PLE.
Yep.
Make it a winner takes all between, not winner takes all necessarily, but fight of dominance. I put a fucking trophy for the winner at the end.
Bragging rights. Like they did with SmackDown versus Raw. Bragging rights. That's what they need to do.
Oh my god, that was awful.
It's awful. But if you did it between companies,
it's different between companies.
Yeah.
Well, this is something I want to talk to you after this. So my 5 then would be more daring.
Yeah.
So I don't just mean necessarily. So I mean open the door. Let's let people come from everywhere. TNA they're doing sort of now, but New Japan, AEW, GCW get some of them guys on TV time. Be a bit more daring that way, but also get rid of the PG moniker. I know we're swearing on TV. Oh no. But have a bit more, and I know you're not a big fan of it, but a bit more blood, a bit more hardcore. And I don't just mean a kendo stick or a table. Let's go a little bit more, less PG. It could help, it could make or break people.
I think they will do when they go on Netflix because they can do.
Yeah, I think that is coming. But not afraid to test the boundaries like they were in the Attitude Era.
They could though back then.
Oh yeah. Back then they could absolutely, and I do believe.
As soon as you do something now, you can't.
Yeah, look at Eminem and his new track. They're trying to cancel Eminem. Good luck with that one.
Idiots,
man. Book the right people the right way.
Yeah.
I believe they've got some top talent that's not being booked the right way. Are you going to use Ricochet and Shinsuke as prime example? Shinsuke is a multi-champion in New Japan. One of the best names in NXT. If you ask me to name the top 5 NXT stars of all eras, he would be in the top 5.
Ooh, that's a good one to do another day.
I already know who my number 1, the number 1 NXT star of all time would be.
Go on. Yeah. Let's see if we say the same.
3, 2, 1. Finn Balor.
Gargano. Oh.
Yeah.
One with Johnny Gargano.
Johnny's there. Johnny's second, mate. Give you that one. But Finn made a difference in it when it
mine's Johnny Gargano.
I'm gonna say Hideo Itami, and but.
Mate, I'm rewatching them ones. Hideo Itami was absolutely amazing.
Hideo was sick when he was there.
Hideo was absolutely sick until he got his injury. But yeah, book the people the right way. We'll have these people now come up with contracts that, and I mean it for AEW too, though, to a degree. You don't book him the right way, there's an alternative now, and that's where WWE didn't have that for a little while. They didn't have someone compared, so people like Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, they didn't have an alternate option, so they had to stay happy in the mid card or leave. Yeah. Booked them like Chad Gable now. He's probably getting his run. Do I feel like Chad Gable's run's a bit late? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel so much more could have been done with Ricochet. The Good Brothers, prime example, put titles around their waist. They are a world-class tag team that WWE are not showcasing to the best. They should have put them with Finn in NXT. I'll send that one. If you're going to split the two brands the way they have a full brand split, separate pay-per-views. So then we can have more matches, more TV time for the talent. So if you want to book 2 pay-per-views a month, have one SmackDown, one Raw, and then they meet in the major 4. So Mania, Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. That's your time crossover. Back like the good old days when the brand split came in. What's that, 3?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I'm with you 100%. Open the door. That is work with AEW. Absolutely open that door. Don't be afraid to work with them. I think it'll do world of good for both of them. Make it a every 2-year event. Open the door. Because it just make it better for us fans. No, John, I'm going to take that one away because you've used that one. I don't want to use yours. Don't be afraid to come to the European countries for major pay-per-views. I know we're getting Clash, and I know we've had Backlash in there, we've had Money in the Bank. I'm talking the top 4. I'm in top 4, I'm talking top 2. Give us Mania, give us Rumble. We are showing on the ones we get in that we are better than the fans that have it week in, week out. Every show we get, out fail. And then the last one, probably a bit controversial with some people, having the gender match again. Bring back into gender matches again.
Can't do that.
Like, if you think it this way, and I use her, and I've said it, if you go back to the podcast, I called for this match months ago.
I know what you're saying.
You gave me Rhea Ripley against Solo Sikoa. It's going to slap.
You can't, because Solo is your tribal chief.
No. Men can't touch women. Women can't touch men. No. But look at China. All that work with Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, and whatever back in the day. It was brilliant. Imagine Rhea like going up against Solo, because when the Judgment Day and Bloodline were having a thing, her and Solo seemed to have some sort of beef that never got capitalized on. Candice LeRae, mate, she has wrestled men 2 times her size. Well, that's not hard, but 3 times her size in the independent scene. She's had death matches. She ain't afraid to go with the guys. Natty, I reckon Natty could put on a great match against the like of Chad. Both technically great, gifted wrestlers. It'd be good. Let them go. Do it. You know what I mean? Could you imagine some of the skits we can get off that? Truth accidentally winning the women's world championship.
Then that line, though, innit?
Yeah, but that's that. Like, but I mean, he gets a lot taken off him straight away by Rhea or something. But I've been in a match and been knocked out and landing on someone and getting a free count because no one's paying attention.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But I feel like because we're in that world where women and men, or women in particular, want the, equal rights and all that sort of stuff, and I'm 100% beside it. Let's treat them the same as the men, because that'll give them more TV time.
Yeah.
That'll give them more slots in the pay-per-view. Because you imagine Rhea Ripley taking on Sammy or Chad for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
It gives them more time. It would be great, and I think a lot of the females would benefit as well, being able to press their strength. Like Bianca Belair, mate. Her real strength will be showing off if she's putting Braun Strowman on her shoulders and lifting him up.
She's on another level, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think some of the guys would benefit, some of the smaller guys would benefit maybe wrestling some of the some of the women as well. I think it could work really, really well both ways, but that's me. 5.
Fairs. There'll be another top 5 next week.
Yeah. So I've got one for you then before we wrap up really quickly. So this TNA crossover of NXT. Don't scowl at me, Matthew. I know you've not been happy this week,
scowling.
but where do they take this to make it worthwhile? So I'll explain why I'm asking this. As much as I think it's great for NXT to have Jordana come over and whoever else is going to come over, I think to help TNA, it's not doing any harm to WWE. It's not going to project them any further. To help TNA on their rebuild is they work an invasion angle again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a man on the inside letting them in. And they've got the perfect man already in place. He's getting a little bit arsey with the talent, the way they're talking to him. Nick Aldis.
Oh, yeah.
He has massive history in TNA. Obviously, Mickie James has got history there. Work an invasion angle, and like they've got someone on the inside telling them where people are at the time, and it works out that it's Nick Aldis all the time.
That was his game plan from the off.
Yeah. Coming in, getting in a place of power, and to bring his guys across. Work it up to a pay-per-view, Survivor Series, or put another one in.
So is this TNA versus main roster?
Well, hear me out. If you did like something like that, you could do TNA and NXT work together against the main roster. Then it gets some of the NXT guys faces on the main roster before they come up.
Like similar to Survivor Series when NXT invaded, have TNA in there because that bumps the name value up as well. If you have like a Moose or a Matt Cardona, you've got
So let's say we say this all the time. Like when people come like in from New Japan, they go to NXT because the main roster may not get the reaction they want. Well, imagine I don't watch NXT that often. I know the names from talking to you, but let's say someone who's really popular out there, we use Cardona. WWE crowd know who that is. He comes in with someone from NXT, Trick, help Trick get more eyes on Trick. It's going to benefit the NXT guys as well as TNA.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all day. Joe Hendry with Drew McIntyre. That's what we want.
But what do you think? What do you think is the next step for this TNA?
I'd use TNA as like a talent exchange. The people that you're not using in NXT or have not got much for in WWE, send them to Natalya is a prime example. Go and get some name value in TNA for a bit.
I seen a clip of Natalya yesterday doing some training in the dungeon. Mate, they asked, and I know I've said this to you before, but I'm more and more confident they're wasting potential technical gifted female wrestler there massively.
100%. 100%.
Repackage the gimmick. I know I get you don't like the whole way she is, but repackage the gimmick is a lot like an out and out female technical wrestler, mate, with Shayna Baszler. It works.
So you could have her running like her own, like Serena Deeb does. Like she's got the
her own. I think her and Tyson Kidd run the dungeon now.
Yes, they do. Play on that. Like that would be like Jericho's learning tree in a way, but not Jericho's learning tree because it is really good. I really enjoy it. I was gonna say it's terrible. It's not.
So I hated. I know I'm driving off a bit with the learning tree. I hate the learning tree. However, the backstage segments this week where he's just shouted at him is fucking hilarious, and I think it's mint.
I'm enjoying him giving the really bad, cheesy dad advice.
Yeah.
That's what's winning it over for me. And I also like that it's potentially going to build a new the learn tree has created what's going to be a potential dominant absolute monster tag team.
Brian Keith and Big Bill.
No. Hook and Joe.
Oh, Hook and Joe. Yeah.
You haven't seen the segment. Hook and Joe just kicked. Literally, they're arguing about. They're debating something together. Then they literally kick a door open and they kick Hook out of who it was, and then Mark Sterling that he brought them here or something like that, and it was Joe. We're on the cusp of having a mega beast tag team coming because of that learning tree. Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Natalya, my issue with Natalya is, I think it is because I hate the Hearts. Don't mind Owen. Didn't mind Owen. I hate Bret Hart with a passion. I cannot stand Bret Hart. I think he's overrated. I think he's a child for the way he acted with the whole situation of not dropping the title, just drop the title. Why do you need to have a paddy about it? Because you're going to WCW, you didn't want to drop the title. Stop being a child. I can't, and anyone that knows me knows I hate Bret Hart.
Yeah, I'm the same, Nick. But let me pitch this to you then, okay? Let me pitch an idea to you. We'll have to repackage it, right?
That's what I'm saying. So you didn't let me finish. So that's why I think I hate her. If they took her, moved her away from the whole Hart thing, and she did her as Natty and just kicked the living shit out of people and do what we did, she like kind of what she did with Beth Phoenix when they were tag team in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
And add a bit of Shayna Baszler into it. I'm all for it. Run with it. At the moment, I don't find her interesting. She's boring. She's shit on the mic. And I don't believe that she could actually beat someone like Becky Lynch. So repackage her. I'm all for it. I'll sit there and watch it.
What's Pillman Jr.'s name in NXT right now?
Lexus King.
Lexus King.
Right. His whole gimmick is that he acknowledges that he's Pillman Jr., but he doesn't want to be recognized as Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
You could work, because he was part of the Hart Foundation, Pillman.
Yeah.
You could work in a connection between him and Natty, where Natty sees his way in light of like, well, hang on a minute. Why should we hide in their shadows? And goes against the Hearts, like hate becomes, I don't want nothing to do with the Heart.
Yeah.
And like, or even go down the line of like, why should I be recognized under the Hart Foundation when my dad was, bigger and Natty Neidhart instead of Natty Hart or whatever. I don't think she is. It's Natalya, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Natalya. Yeah.
We're bringing the Natalya Neidhart. She wants to be known by Neidhart. Nothing to do with the Hart family. Neidhart. Work that way. I think Natty, I said last week or week before, I think if Natty goes, I think Natty's about to light the world of wrestling up in her own way.
Yeah.
Create freedom, whatever. But I think with the TNA, what's your thoughts, Matt? Because obviously Matt said thinks feeder. What's your thoughts? What do you reckon is next for it?
I think it stays between NXT and TNA. I don't think doing anything on the main roster helps. Obviously, like you said it already, but it doesn't help WWE because WWE is WWE. I do agree with you by saying the talent that are not being used and are struggling to find the feet could go over, make a name for themselves. The Nick Aldis idea is great. I love it. I just think a TNA's roster isn't as world-renowned as, say, AEW's. So, if you have a Cody Rhodes, who's against? Moose? Who's realistic to come out on that one? Cody.
You got Moose, mate.
AJ versus Nick Nemeth. AJ's coming out on top.
Yeah.
DIY system. DIY
DIY versus
I think that's the issue. That's why they're doing it right with NXT. Motor Machine Guns aren't in TNA anymore.
This is what I'm saying. You can potentially link some of them up with the NXT guys as well.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think it's enough power for him to say, right, okay, well, Cody versus Trick. That's what I'm saying. So I think what they're doing now is right. I think it's fine with NXT versus TNA. I'm fine with it. they need to do more with it rather than just give us Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance.
Yeah,
they need to throw more at it. Stop! Don't think because Ali's probably going to come over because Ali's won. So Ali will probably come over as with the X Division championship, and he's gonna come out during a segment. I don't know if he's doing it with Obafemi. I hope Obafemi absolutely kills him. But if he's gonna do like Wesley or something, that'll be a quality match. Would love to see it.
Yeah,
but it has to be done right. Let Wesley go to TNA rather than Ali come back to WWE.
Yeah.
So the guys that are in TNA now, I don't want them back in NXT. I don't want to see them on NXT TV. Let the NXT talent go to TNA. One, get eyes on TNA, and that's only a good thing. And two, gets eyes on NXT talent, because then they go, shit, Tricks at TNA this week against Brian Myers. Shit, I'm tuning because it's Trick.
It worked a few years back. They did with AEW. Kenny Omega turns up.
Yeah.
I think as well. I think if they stick with the NXT stuff and whatnot, if somebody, the Dana Brooke this week, I don't get it. If someone has recently left WWE, they stay on the TNA shows. If they face someone from NXT, it's on the TNA shows.
Yeah.
Because
agreed.
It just
it's too messy.
It's too messy because like Dana Brooke's now back as Elegance, whatever, but
Ash by Elegance, and then Vic nearly called it. Well, literally called it Dana Brooke, and then went, no, Ash by Elegance.
The crowd will probably call her Dana Brooke if they're chatting for her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're causing too much where if you keep her in NXT and TNA, that's there. I also feel like back to being daring. I feel like they need to be daring as well. The likes of Eddie Edwards on there.
The Rascals are being WWE do what use the Rascals apparently. From what I read today.
Well, that's it. The Rascals, obviously, one of them got released, didn't he, by WWE
because of the
he was clear from it. But yeah, like the Eddie Edwards, the Sammy Calhans. Like I know Sammy was one of the ones that's been on NXT. It didn't work out.
But not for about 10 years now.
Where I'm back at 2015. Or was it 2015 or 2017? I'm right. I've gone back to a certain year on the network. By the way, network, you finally done something really good. You've put the whole shows and the takeovers together. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they
have. And they're doing the promo work for Solomon Crow right now, and where I am. Say where I am.
2015, he left.
Yeah, Sami Zayn and Kev Owens are still. Kev's not got the title yet. I'm just about coming into that NXT takeover.
It's a good takeover, that one.
Right, all the takeovers in Black and Gold were amazing. But yeah, no, I agree with you, mate. I don't disagree with you. I just think it'd be cool to see, and I think only people will benefit from them to work with the main roster would be in TNA, 100%. I think for me, entertainment-wise, take away how it benefits, but entertainment-wise, I think it'd be great to see on TV a Survivor Series winner take us,
Yeah.
For us as a viewer, it'd be great. Statistically, like matches-wise, you're absolutely right. Who does Cody Rhodes take on? Moose? Alexander?
Alexander would be a good match.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I absolutely agree with you there, but I also think it'd be cool there. I mean, you could do like what they did back in the Invasion angle with WCW. Someone double cross them in the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can start a monster heel run because they turned the back on WWE and side with Impact and be one of the old Impact guys that have been come across. And that opens the door to Cody Rhodes potential heel because he represented TNA Impact as well.
Yeah.
His run was so weird in TNA.
It was a stopgap. He never really wanted to go there, mate, but I'm not getting into that right now.
Yeah.
That's a whole hour on its own. But no, it'd be cool. I do think there has potential for this to be wasted as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely wasted and Scarlett. Like, bring her over this week, and I get it. They want to build up Perez. I'm okay with that. But if you didn't want your top female or one of your top females in NXT to lose to somebody from outside, don't have them face each other.
Yeah, I
agree.
Because I don't know if it harms. We'll find out, won't we? But she's too good to be losing on there.
I don't think it harms either one of them, to be quite honest. if that was Jordan Grace losing to Ash by elegance, then it ruins it. But with it being Roxanne and she's the champ, I don't think it ruins it.
We need Moose. Give Moose some TV time. Well deserved proper TV time on WWE TV. And
give me PCO.
You want PCO?
PCO in NXT would be sick, mate. PCO coming against Chase U would be hilarious. I'd love it. I'd love that.
I want to see Decay.
Yes.
Decay would be really good.
Decay could do some work with the NXT women tag teams. Absolutely, would be great. I'd even go. I would like to see Decay if maybe bring Bianca and Jade down for a few matches with Decay.
That'd be mint. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Gives them something.
You could even bring back. You could even like do tongue-in-cheek stuff with the Decay and bring like an Abyss. Like no, because
he's there.
Sparks is in NXT. Well, he's a booker, any for TNA. For
WWE.
NXT, yeah.
He's on the main roster as a booker, as a road agent.
But yeah, but like I said, I feel like there's people that shouldn't miss out on this because they were WWE guys and they want to work on WWE again. EY, do something with EY on Impact.
Yes.
It got a weird one, but he came back for a bit and then
Vince.
Yeah, it's because Vince came back and he always said that if Vince was coming back, then he wouldn't be there because of his morals.
Yeah.
So he never got put onto TV.
He was one of the original members of the White Six.
He said he holds nothing against Triple H because it's nothing to do with Triple H. It's just a shame that what happened with the ownership at the time.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Well, no, this weekend should be good.
Yeah, I want to eventually watch it.
What time do you finish?
Finish at 8, so I'll be starting at 8:30.
Cool. I'll try. Don't join the stream then at any point then, mate, if I do get one going.
I won't be, mate. Don't you worry, I won't be.
Because I like to go over the results for people that join in, so don't join the stream.
I still like it. I like it, but I'll just keep it on mute so I don't even look.
Just promote it on Twitter for me. You can do that.
Yeah, I do all the promotion for it. I always do.
Yeah. Put the Twitter out. Well, I'd say. But yeah, I think we've come to a nice spot. We've been actually quite short because there's a bit of chunk to be edited out and edit stuff. But yeah. But like I touched on there, hang on. Wow. Whatever way this goes out, we hopefully will be live streaming.
This is out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So we may have a live stream for Clash, depending on that, if I can get time off for Clash. I think if they do, I think Ted's going to join me on it, whether he likes it or not. And he is getting his face on camera this time too. Not his little voice in the background.
It's because I'm really late. I'm very much very similar to this week. I finished at 6:30, so we couldn't figure out a way of getting me on picture. But
that's why he's the editor. I'm the tech guy.
I've come to realise this. I'm starting to realise this slowly but surely.
You'll notice like the other week when he said, "How can we create a video where I can have your reaction and a video play underneath?" And I was like, "Just leave it with me."
Leave it with me, pal. I've got this.
But yeah, hopefully we should be doing a live stream again. Everybody that watches this, please come and join the live stream. It's so good to have people interacting with us. Keeps us engaged as well. Keeps us focused on it. So yeah, keep an eye out. You'll know if it's going ahead because we will have some sort of alert letter or notification put on the YouTube channel. It will be broadcast on YouTube as well, not anywhere else. So yeah, hit the bell so you know if that's coming. Also hit the bell to see our prediction video as well. It is already in the bag. Ted is going to create a league. There will be a prize given. How about, it just dawned at me, we do a prize given at our ceremony, our end of year awards.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Prize
we do the end of year awards next year in person.
Ted's like league table if it keeps going.
Yeah. Okay, I'm all for that.
I like that.
Yeah, we'll do a ceremony. We'll get together and we'll film a little skit with the trophy given over. Sure, we can rent out Stockport Town Hall for 5 minutes.
Yeah, we shall.
But yeah, so we are doing a prediction table thing now. We're going to try and keep on it. Me and Matt's got bets with Ted that he forgets. But then Matt's going to remind him because Ted said he's going to give him his NXT belt if he wins.
Oh, nice. That's my WWE championship.
But yeah, so tune in and watch that. Also, like I said,
That I didn't receive.
If you want to see the guys' reactions to Dominion and Battleground, is it Battleground, Matt?
Yeah.
The name.
Yeah.
It's already on the channel. It's only a nice, short, sweet 20-minute video.
I apologize for how grumpy I am.
I apologize to Matt for the editing he had to do because I had 3 mental breakdowns during doing it. So I apologize to Matt.
What you do there, mate, is you stop, delete that one, and start again.
I just wanted to go with it and just tell me what to edit.
But yeah, go give them guys a watch. Like I say, it's a short video each. I don't know how it's spread out. I don't know if it's 10 minutes each, whatever, but it's like 20 odd minutes long. Give it a watch, see your reviews on that. Social media's along the bottom, guys. Go give them a follow. Thank you very much. Thank you. And obviously, don't forget, Father's Day is coming up. If your dad are into wrestling, or your other half, you buying a gift on behalf of your kid for your other half, they like wrestling, EUROSHOP would be a great there. You got shirts, get one of the shirts from the favourite guys. Or if they're not into the shirts, get them a bit of merch, belts if you're really flush, Funko Pops, figures, whatever they're into, use the EUROSHOP, but please use our link to get it. And see, something nice there. Make sure you help the fellas out by using that link below in the description. Thank you. But guys,
Thank you.
I think that's us for this week. Are we hyped for Saturday?
Yeah, we are.
I want to finish work.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Are we hyped for Saturday after 8 p.m. for Matthew?
Yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to the I Quit match, to be fair. The I Quit match should be good.
I'm bruised that they're ready.
Yeah. I've got the
bottle. By the way, Ted, if we do stream, the only drink allowed to be consumed. Oh, shit, no. I was going to say the only drink on the stream is Iron Brews, but I'm not drinking fizzy drinks at the moment.
Okay. So I buy some Iron Brews for the two of us. So I consume the Iron Brew for us both.
I'll work something out. I'm sure you can buy like still Iron Brew flavored cordial or something. I don't know.
Well,
what if we can get a sponsorship from Iron Brew?
I'd love that.
I'm trying to get one from Prime. Never mind that.
Let's start small first. Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
I love Iron Brew.
So do I. So if you want to sponsor us, Iron Brew, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just let me finish. I'll close this out. So remember, guys, we have all this fun, talk about wrestling, but remember to most importantly, tell someone you love them and have a great week. Speak to you a bit. Peace.
Peace out, guys.